Title: The Young Lion of Burkina Faso. In the heart of West Africa, where the Sahel meets the savannah, lies Burkina Faso, a nation of proud people and rich traditions, yet burdened by years of instability. It was here, in the small village of Kera, that Ibrahim Traore was born on March 14, 1988. From a young age, Ibrahim was known for his sharp mind and unyielding determination. His parents, humble farmers, instilled in him the values of hard work, honesty, and service to others. As a boy, Ibrahim would often sit under the baobab tree with the elders, listening to their stories of courage and unity. A leader, his grandfather once told him, is not the one who shouts the loudest, but the one who listens the most. These words stayed with Ibrahim, shaping his approach to life. Chapter 1: The Seeds of Leadership. Ibrahim excelled in school, earning a scholarship to study geology at the University of Ouagadougou. But his time at university was not just about academics. He became deeply involved in student activism, advocating for better conditions and equal opportunities for all. His peers admired his courage and clarity of thought, often turning to him for guidance during turbulent times. After graduating with honors, Ibrahim surprised many by choosing to join the military. "The land needs protectors," he explained. His decision was driven by a desire to serve his country and address the growing threats of insurgency and instability that plagued Burkina Faso. Chapter 2: Trials in the Desert. As a young officer, Ibrahim was deployed to some of the most dangerous regions of the Sahel. He faced not only armed militants but also the harsh realities of under-resourced troops and neglected communities. Despite these challenges, Ibrahim earned the respect of his comrades for his bravery and strategic mind. He led with compassion, often sharing his rations with villagers and listening to their grievances. During a mission in Mali as part of a United Nations peacekeeping force, Ibrahim's leadership was put to the test. His unit was ambushed by insurgents, and many believed they wouldn't make it out alive. But Ibrahim's calm demeanor and quick thinking turned the tide. He rallied his troops, outmaneuvered the attackers, and ensured the safety of his team. This experience solidified his reputation as a leader who thrived under pressure. Chapter 3: The Call to Action. By 2022, Burkina Faso was at a breaking point. Corruption, mismanagement, and a worsening security crisis had eroded public trust in the government. Soldiers on the front lines felt abandoned, and citizens lived in fear. Ibrahim, now a captain, could no longer stand by. Alongside a group of like-minded officers, he decided to take a bold step to restore hope to the nation. On September 30, 2022, Ibrahim led a coup d'état that ousted the interim president, Paul-Henri Santiago Damiba. In a televised address, he spoke directly to the people. "We did not seek power for its own sake. We acted because our nation is bleeding, and we cannot stand idle while our people suffer. Together, we will rebuild Burkina Faso." Chapter 4: The Young President. At just 34 years old, Ibrahim became the youngest leader in Africa. His age and military background drew both admiration and skepticism. But Ibrahim was determined to prove that leadership was not about titles or years, it was about vision and action. He immediately set to work, prioritizing security, education, and economic development. Under his leadership, mobile clinics were dispatched to remote areas, ensuring that even the most isolated communities had access to healthcare. He launched initiatives to support farmers, providing them with modern equipment and training to boost agricultural productivity. Ibrahim also championed the revival of local industries, creating jobs and fostering a sense of pride among Burkinabés. Chapter 5: Challenges and Triumphs. Ibrahim's journey was not without obstacles. Critics questioned his ability to transition the country back to civilian rule, and external pressures from international organizations tested his resolve. But Ibrahim remained steadfast, emphasizing transparency and inclusivity in his governance. One of his most significant achievements was the establishment of a national dialogue, bringing together leaders from various sectors to chart a path forward. Burkina Faso belongs to all of us, he declared. If we are to succeed, we must work together. Chapter 6: A Legacy of Hope. As the years passed, Ibrahim's efforts began to bear fruit. Schools reopened, markets thrived, and communities once torn apart by violence found peace. His leadership inspired a new generation of Burkinabés to believe in the power of unity and resilience. Ibrahim often reflected on his journey, from the boy under the baobab tree to the leader of a nation. He knew that the road ahead would be long and challenging, but he also knew that the spirit of Burkina Faso was unbreakable. Epilogue. Ibrahim Traore's story is a testament to the power of determination, courage, and service. It reminds us that true leadership is not about personal gain but about lifting others and building a brighter future. His legacy continues to inspire not only Burkina Faso but the entire continent of Africa.